No more man. No more man. No more man. No more man.
The world is an insane asylum, and the inmates are in charge.
Hello, and welcome to another edition of Inverted Reality TV. I am your host, TL Swope. Today, I have something else that is just outrageous to talk about. It never ends. No. It will never end. So long as the left are running around here in this country, it's just the loony left is out of control. Today, we're going to talk about the extinction of man, meaning the extinction of the word man, as in mankind, man-made, male man, milkman. The left is at it as usual with their 1984 George Orwellian crusade, binding everybody up with all kinds of crazy. This is just so ludicrous. I mean, yahoo! I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I mean, come on, man. Mankind. Here we're in a world where they're chemtrailing us. You look up in the sky, you see all the poisons in the atmosphere. You see all the pollution. You see the crime. You see the murder. You see the rape. You see all these things and many more things going on in this nation. And their number one priority is to concern over stop using the word man. I tell you, you cannot get any crazier than this stuff. It's insane. Now, let me just, if you think I'm kidding, you think there's something that's just blowing over. They're actually doing this in Europe also. They've been doing it, coming against he, she, man, woman, anything that's traditional. Everything has got to be queer and screwed up and twisted. Now, I just want to show you something here. Just to give you an idea of what's going on through our institutions of higher, quote, learning, end quote. Doing a search on this, you see here you go, August 18th, 2016, Princeton HR department. Don't use the word man. Switch out man-made with artificial, handmade, or manufactured. Don't use the verb to man as in to work something. Instead, use to operate or to staff. Throw out workmanlike and replace it with skillful. The memo goes on to list a variety of occupations that typically include the word man in them, and no doubt, without even clicking on it, it's just eradicating the word man because they hate man, period. They're the ones who sexist. They hate men. They don't even want the word man. They don't want God. They don't want Jesus. They don't want anything that's traditional, anything that's godly, anything that helped make this country great. They want to tear it down. Okay, here we go again. The word man was originally gender neutral. Today I found out I am not even going to go into all of that, but I don't know that may be even one positive one, but look at the date on it too. It's August 2010. That's the only reason why it probably had a little positive there. But Princeton University, don't use the word man. Princeton University recently released new guidelines that forces staff to use gender-inclusive language when addressing students. The 4-page memo developed by the university's Human Resource Department gives examples of gender titles and occupations, most of them including the word man. Okay. Here's Quora.com. Is it considered sexist to use the word man or mankind? Purdue Online Writing Lab bans the use of the word man. Princeton, stop using the word man, from the Daily Wire. And it just goes on and on. You can see it just goes on and on. It's ridiculous. These people are loony. That's all I can say. Looney Tunes on steroids. And it all the ludicrous stuff of the left, all the white privilege to the microaggressions to all the insane things they come up with. None of it makes any sense, and none of it stand up. When are we going to get tired of this stuff and say enough is enough? It's ridiculous. They are making our kids mental patients. You know, come to think of it, I've just been wondering, can mental illness be caught or even taught? I believe that's what's going on in the universities. They are teaching an epidemic and causing an epidemic of mental illness amongst our youth. The millennials on down, they are so constricted and so wrapped up in words. Whatever happened to sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's what it was when I was in school. We didn't worry about words. You put your hands on me, it'd be a different thing. Then it was on. But words, no big deal. You gave me words, I gave you words. You know, it was a tit for tat. No big deal. But these people here, words mean you say something that offends them and they have the right to physically assault you. This is mental illness, folks. We need to build more mental institutions. We need one on every corner because it is gotten crazy. The world is an insane asylum and the inmates are in charge. That is my mantra and I'm sticking to it. Now, I want you to hear personally one of these crusaders, what they have to say about the wonderful world of inclusiveness, if you will. I'll let you hear it for yourself, and we'll wrap this thing up here shortly. But here we go. Let me get this going for you here.
Accredited school apparently tells students to avoid words like mailman and mankind in order to have, quote, non-sexist, non-biased writing. Kathy Aru is founder and publisher of Catalina Magazine, and we think she agrees. And she joins us tonight. Kathy, it's great to see you.
Hi, good to see you.
I got to say, there's kind of a basic irony here. I mean, you're lecturing us about sexism while you're sitting right now in Manhattan.
Manhattan. We need to rename the city then. The Big Apple. The Big Apple would be less offensive. So I feel that I'm sitting in the Big Apple, not
we can't
Manhattan.
offend anyone.
Okay, but why stop there? Why should the post office deliver mail?
I know. Well, it's spelled M-A-I-L, so that's okay. If it's M-A-L-E, then there's a problem.
Homonyms count, and this applies to email too, because it's not about spelling, it's about being gender inclusive.
Right.
And mail is offensive. We've just learned that. So.
Well, no, I don't think they're including that, but they are saying that society has changed and times are changing, and we don't want to be offensive.
Society
in
hasn't
language.
changed.
And they're
You
trying
guys
to be
have
non-sexist
changed.
and
You're
non-biased,
nuts.
and that means trying to take the word man out. So instead of man-made, it would be synthetic. So instead of mailman, it would be mail carrier. So there's many ways to go around it. Instead of humanity, you should say people.
But
so,
mail carrier
no
still
humanity.
has mail
We're
in it.
people.
So it's kind of a fake. Oh, but that's a Dodge.
So package carrier.
Well,
we can come up with so many other terms that are less offensive. Yeah.
You might still offend
we don't want to be
dyslexics.
offensive.
You can change a vowel, but it sounds the same. It has that dreaded word that sends people shrieking for their safe spaces, mail.
Well, they're saying man. Man is the word that they're trying to
Oh,
avoid. They're
yes.
saying that the word
These
man
rotten,
is associated
dirty,
with
rotten
adult
men.
Men, as opposed to just humanity or humans. So
What about woman?
Man. So if we can eliminate that word, then things would be much
Eliminate
better,
the
and
word.
Would be less offended.
Well, what if you
It's
lived
about
in
being offended.
Manchester, Vermont?
Well, they might have to change the name of the city if people agree with Purdue University. And Purdue University found that things need to be updated, and they updated their writing guide to take out these words that apparently are offending certain groups of people.
Mentally ill
just
people.
Just to make sure I understand the rule, if something offends somebody, even if you've never met that person personally, you have to change it. So doesn't that mean that a small group of super unhappy people get to control what the rest of us say?
Yes, mentally disturbed
people. Perhaps they're ahead of their time. Maybe this is something that is offending a small group, but the group's going to get larger, and times are changing, and our language is dynamic. Webster keeps adding new words in the dictionary, so our language needs to change. And a term that used to be non-offensive, like man-made and male-man,
it's still not offensive.
Well, I get that. I guess the question for me is who gets to decide what changes and what doesn't. So, for example, I think I've now decided that the most offensive word in the language is college professor. Okay, because to me that connotes dumbness and misuse of power.
Bravo,
tenure,
Tucker, bravo.
Right? And mediocrity.
Bravo.
So maybe I'd like to say no one can use that word ever again in my presence because it offends me. Would that fly? Could I do that? Could I pull that off?
Well, if you have a writing guide, perhaps, and you put that out there and people agree with you, then yeah, maybe that would fly. But Purdue University did find a group that agreed with them, and the university backed them up, and there you have it. They have a writing guide that now is going to teach us how to
not going to teach me.
But do you think they have the guts? I mean, it's one thing to bully the little rich kids who go to your school, because, like, what do they know? But do you think they have the guts?
This is the heart of America.
Yeah, no, of course. But I mean, if you're paying like 60 grand or whatever it is for like
60 grand to be indoctrinated,
and you're not working. Obviously, you have privilege by definition, no matter who's paying for it. But but it's easy to boss them around. Do you think they would have the guts to go to Goldman Sachs in New York and say,
look at that arrogant, smug look on her face?
They probably wouldn't shop there. Because
what if they were shopping at Goldman Sachs? They might come up short because it's a bank.
Because the name man is adult male, and we need to change it.
Oh, adult male.
Like woman. I mean, it has the word man in there, so just call us a person.
So gold
you
person
are
Sachs.
mentally
Would that be better?
ill.
I think so. I'm less offended. Yes.
And by the way, what if you just, since the rule is if you spell it, and I'll stop with this because I know this is angels on the head of a pin at this point, but if you spelled man differently, like M-A-A, so it was male man.
Hey, man.
No, the profession, we know that the professions usually were male-dominated, and they've changed. So, no, saying male man and spelling it differently, that doesn't apply. We're trying to say this profession now applies for
no.
And,
you said get rid of the word man.
No man needed.
You're not talking about just professions.
Woman?
Call me a person. I'd be less offended. No need for woman.
Okay.
Oh, a woman
in the end, the revolution
offended
itself
by being
Kathy,
called
thank
a
you
woman.
For that guided tour of the lunar regions. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Well, folks, there you have it. In living color.
Is in Washington
this is truly amazing what is going on with these universities. These are the same type of women that say that you don't have to be a woman to have a vagina. I mean, or you don't have to have a penis to be a man. I mean, where does it end? Come on, folks. We need to put a handle on this. This is just totally ridiculous. It's insane, as I always say. And it only gets worse. So what are we going to do about this? I'd like to hear your comments. Tell me what you think about this. What do you think about that woman? What do you think about the word man? Should we ban the word man? You know, should women be offended by being calling women or woman? What do you think? Please pass this along. Comment, rate, and share. Give me your thoughts. I like to go back and forth with you guys on this. Come on, you leftists, you need to jump in here too, because I know you guys always have something to say, but you're always so ridiculous. Nothing can stand in the light of reason and common sense. But with that, I'm wrapping this up. This is TL Swope with Inverted Reality TV signing off. And remember, as always, speak freely, my friends.
Yahoo! I'm Coco for Cocoa Puffs.